Welcome back to the show. Now, let's wind up the show where art meets motivation. Jamlick Kogi, an inspiration and motivational speaker, as well as a writer, uses his life experiences to inspire and uplift others. We recently caught up with him after the launch of his book. Here he is to tell us more about it.
Kama uko nje, ingia. Kama uko mbali, karibia. Kama mfupi, simama tuweze angaliana, kushoto kulia. Give me your ear, oh my dear. MC Kogi, my name. Remember, good name is better than perfume. Author, speaker, entertainer, my brand. All that flows in my blood. If you feel me, you can raise your hand. As I would go, write some lyrics and form a band. Jamlick has been described by many as ambitious, focused, creative, and basically God-fearing gentleman. I have been involved in speaking for the last 7 years, and that's what culminated to the publishing of my book, which is the X Matrix, the 7 P's of success. Why the X Matrix? Because X is the success factor. And why 7 P's? There was a coincidence, and it's basically like an analogy of 7. I have been speaking for the last 7 years. I am the 7th born in my family. This book has 7 chapters, which are the 7 P's. This book was launched on 7th of August 2016 on Sunday, which to many Christians is the 7th day of the week. Therefore, the 7 P's of success. The book is written in simple, direct English language, something one can understand. And the 7 chapters were inspired by my journey. And the first chapter is so dear to me because it's about purpose. You and I know that statistics say that 98% of the people in the world do not have a definite goal. Only 2% know where they're heading. Many people are misplaced career-wise, so I did research and came up with a guidance on how people can discover their purpose, their goal in like what they were born to do. The theme that comes out clearly, and my team and I decided to base the launch of this book on that theme is persistence wears down resistance. Persistence wears down the resistance. And it's basically my story. My story has been a story of persistence. I don't give up. No matter the challenges I may come across, I always persist and focus on the bigger picture. I was a serious stammerer, even mentioning my name. You know, I could struggle even to say my own name. But with time, you have, first of all, you must accept who you are. Accept the situation. Yes, I'm a stammerer. Yes, I'm bad at this. Then after acceptance, now you move to the next level. How do I overcome my weakness? Because you have discovered what your weakness is. Then you start working on it. For me, I began at Sunday school, you know, participating in singing games where you're given a role, you do this. And with that, I was even I was a shy boy back in those days. But I participating in singing games. Then in high school, I went to Starehe Boy Center. When I was in high school, I was appointed to become a house prefect, and later on I became a house captain. That again gave me an opportunity to address the 80 boys in my house every evening during roll call. So during these processes, I was speaking and growing my public speaking skills. I was overcoming that weakness of stammering, and within no time I had overcome it. When I went to the University of Nairobi, you are aware, you have even aired my stories back in 2010 and 2011. I was able now to discover that, oh, I can now tell stories fluently. And somehow I realized that weakness is no longer in existence. So it was through a journey of persistence and exposure.
It's almost a cliche that if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So when you discover what your purpose is, you need now to come up with a strategy to to know how to focus all your energy to achieving your purpose.
The launching of this book was basically an issue of faith and God being real. The budget and publishing, editing, the launch was almost 1 million. 3 months to the launch of this book, I did not have that 1 million. So for me, faith that works is a journey that is practical. And by the time of launching the book, we had cleared about 1 million Kenya shillings, and the launch happened. Everybody wants to succeed. Failure is only celebrated, mainly in one situation, when people are losing weight. Sir Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, president of Liberia, she said, if your dreams do not scare you, they are not big enough. You can have great content, but getting it out there has financial challenges, because for you to get a good publisher, you have to pay them handsomely. So there was even a point I felt like, should I go to River Road and get this done? But I decided no. As much as the first book, you don't take shortcuts with a brand. You want what people identify you with. Let it be quality, let it be on point. So I did a lot of searching, and I had read several of Pepe Minambo's books, like Be Inspired Before You Expire. Then I liked the quality of the work. Then I looked at the publisher, I googled them, I looked at their website, and was able to get in touch. I wrote them an email, and they felt, this young man is doing a book. So they reached out, and we were able to have a sitting, and we discussed, and we were able to come up with an agreement. It was ambitious for me, but I felt I should not take shortcuts. Let me work with publishers who are established. Publisher means a lot. They're able to fine tune, for instance, grammar. Yeah, you may come up with like 500, and they realize only 200 pages make sense. So they're able to tell you, we are going to get rid of unnecessary, you can be verbose, you speak so much. They're also able to advise on pricing. Yes, when they finally come up with they put the content together, they're able to guide you that this book, price it at X dollars. And I would encourage other people out there who have dreams or aspirations of doing books, take time, research, and come up with a great publisher.
Yes, he had all the influence to just a click away, let's get Jamlick to a manager here, and so on and so forth. But what he saw in the clip felt that would have been very misplaced, that he encouraged me to be who I am. I thank you so much, Dr. Kimgeti.
So success, I find, is a process of making measurable progress every hour, every day, and every year. It's unfortunate if we measure ourselves or measure our success in line with the material things in life. So I've demystified that in this book. So let's not compare ourselves with other people. All of us have been called to a different and unique purpose. Water boils at 211 degrees Fahrenheit. But at 212 degrees Fahrenheit, that water turns to steam. So the 1 degree between 211 and 212 makes all the difference. So it's about that 1 extra degree, going the extra mile. Don't conform to the status quo. Don't feel, yes, I have made it. The reading culture is not very good in this country. There are those people who are avid readers, but again, it's moving from hard copies. People are now digital. They want ebooks, but still the need for hard copies is still there. So if you come up with a book that is a lot of literature, 200, 500, 1,000 pages, and then it is boring, then people will get disinterested. So I decided to come up with a brief book, almost 100 pages. Then for those who insist completely that they cannot read, they are very busy, then I came up with an audiovisual version of the book. So the thumb of it all is listen to your heart. If you feel you have that calling, get started. Then engage with experts. Even publishing, then you must know who Dr. Wale is in this country. Kogi Wathiongo, our renowned, our very own scholar out there. Read, research other people's work. Then your work should be original. You become successful, you go to the next level by reading the right books and connecting with the right people. By original, support Kenyan artists. Only then shall we be able to be motivated to be able to continue inspiring and transforming lives through original work of international standards by Kenyan writers.